I think that Trump's no tax on tips thing is going to play big in Nevada. This is where a lot of culinary workers are, union workers overall, like the UAW. I mean the ones that work at casinos. This is going to be big for them. And how much do they message on them? I think that, not having the Harry Reid machine there, which is a big deal for several cycles, makes a difference, and it hurts the Democrats. Plus, you've got Sam Brown running the Navy, former Army captain, running against Jackie Rosen, the incumbent senator there. He's running a fabulous race. So there's going to be a lot of action there. I think that this is one state that flips to Trump. But let's just hold off for right now. I'll come back to it in a second. We're going to go to Arizona, and it's 11 electoral votes. Okay. The Real Clear average poll right now has this at 48-45. Okay. Let me kind of walk you through right now. The CBS poll, I mentioned this before, likely voters, has it completely dead even tied. 49-49. Okay. I think there was a lot of excitement about Mark Kelly, the senator from there, potentially getting picked, and that's faded, obviously. Public Opinion Strategies poll has Trump up 48-43. 48-43, 5-point margin of error. And the Bloomberg poll has this Harris 49, Trump 47. I think, and by the way, there's a big Senate race there. Most of you remember the Kari Lake race. This is going to be a very, very competitive race. Ruben Gallego is the current member of Congress that's the Dem nominee. He is currently up 47 to 43.6. It's a 3.4 average that he's over Kari Lake. So Kari Lake in the next couple months has really got to figure out how to get more money and more advertising, their ground game. There's a lot of action I know that's taking place from outside groups on the ground there in Arizona. That's going to benefit her. But I still think this is a light red state, and I'm going to shade it light red because the immigration issue, the border issue, the economic issues, Arizona, there's no other state in play that feels the consequences of this like Arizona. I think Mark Kelly could have alleviated some of this had she picked him. Maybe. I still don't get how you go, hey, we're in complete chaos here, but now that I'm on the ticket, I'm going to explain to her how bad you screwed it up. I get the mental gymnastics that they would have done. I'm just not sure that it would have worked. People aren't that stupid. But I think people do like the guy. He's got a compelling story. He was an astronaut, a veteran. He's married to Gabby Giffords, right? So maybe, but it doesn't matter because it didn't happen. And I think like Pennsylvania, there's a little bit of, hey, we got snubbed. So we're not going to be all for you, Kamala. So for that reason, I'm going to put Arizona and its 11 electoral votes in the Trump column. Remember, it was a fluke. And there's plenty of issues. I don't have the time to go through all of them, but there was a lot of problems in Arizona. And I think they've fixed a lot of them. The one downside is, by the way, you now have a Democratic Secretary of State. You got a Democratic governor. That has shifted. That was a bonus. You might not have liked the last governor, but having a Republican was helpful to us. That being said, it was a fluke. And there was a lot of issues. I think it reverts back. Okay? All right, let's move to Georgia. The CBS poll has this at Trump 50, Harris 47. Go back to what I said a minute ago about how 50 is an important number. I don't think this is a big surprise. I will say this. Look, a lot of things came out of this. Brian Kemp is the governor there. He's very popular. That's a fact. He's endorsed Trump. That's a fact. He wants Trump to win. Why? Not maybe because he doesn't even like the guy. I don't know. I don't care. But here's the point. He wants Trump to win because he wants a Republican back in the White House. He wants to show his political prowess. And I think he wants to run for president, to be honest with you. So he needs to deliver Georgia. I say this because we don't need any more infighting, folks. President Trump, I get it. You don't like the guy, but we need him for now. And there are people who have said and done worse things. If you want to be mad at him on November 6th. We need Georgia. 16 electoral votes. I think they're there. All right, so I just told you the CBS poll, Trump 50, Harris 47. The Bloomberg poll has it completely tied at 47. The Real Clear Politics average has Trump at 47.8 and Harris at 47. Okay? I'm going to call this light red because this is a big, big deal right now. Now, I want to just make sure I've got this right. This is where things are going to be really interesting. If you look at where things are right now, I want to put Nevada in the Republican column because I think that ultimately it ends there. So if we can shade that light red for the sake of this, there we go. Now look where we are. The Dems are at 226. The Republicans are at 268. What does that mean? Look at how close Trump is to winning. All he needs, look at that. All he needs is 2. Where am I going to get 2? Well, you got 3 states left. He just needs to win 1. He just needs to win 1. By the way, remember how I was telling you, this is where I was going to tell you this. Think about those states. Nebraska, Maine. You pick off one and it suddenly changes real quick, doesn't it? Doesn't it? All right, Wisconsin. 10 electoral votes. Harris 49, Trump 50 in the CBS poll. In the public opinion strategy poll, Harris is up 48-46. The Bloomberg poll has Harris up 49-47. It's a dead heat. Keep this unshaded for just a second. Michigan unshaded. Currently, last time we did this as well, 15 electoral votes. Same as Wisconsin. The average has this right now at Harris 48.3 to Trump 46.23. This is literally a dead heat within the margin of error. CBS has this as a dead heat, 48-48 likely voters. Public opinion strategies, dead heat, 45-45. Now, Bloomberg has this at 53-42. That is definitely an outlier. There's no question. There's no way she's up 10. But I'm telling you, the way that Trump has made overtures to the Teamsters, the way that he has, the Muslim vote, the anti-Semitic vote that's there. Yes, they dodged a bullet with Shapiro, but I still think it's pervasive. We'll see about how this plays out at the convention, how big of this is. Outside in particular, not inside the hall. We're going to keep this unshaded for right now. But then here's the big prize that we've always talked about. Pennsylvania. Right now, CBS dead tie, 50-50. Public opinion strategies has Kamala Harris at 48, Trump at 45. That's within the margin of error. Trump is up by 2 in the Real Clear Politics average. Remember, he won this by 0.5 in 16, and in the books, Biden is in with just a point win. This is a big deal. For fun, just do me a favor. I want you to take all 3 states and shade them light blue. Shade all 3 of those light blue. And I want to show you what happens. Okay, 270, 268. Look at that. Look at how close this could come. If they win all 3 of those blue wall states they talk about, look at where this thing ends up. Now, just for fun, switch Maine's 1st congressional district and put that, just for fun, into the Trump column. Just for fun. So take that one Biden congressional district and put it in. And what do we have here? We end up 269 to 269. Mind's blown. What happens then? It goes to the House of Representatives. Why does this matter? This goes back to what I teased you about with Alaska. Think about this. Every state then gets a vote. Alaska gets a vote. North Carolina gets a vote. California gets a vote. So what does that mean? Well, real quickly, if you look at a state, let's say they have 11 congressional districts. The election gets tossed to the House of Representatives. 6 Republicans, 5 Democrats. Then Virginia, let's just say, would cast its vote for Trump, 6-5. Every state gets one vote. So go back to my Alaska thing. Right now, Alaska would cast its vote for Harris Waltz if Mary Peltola wins again. If the lieutenant governor wins, it casts its vote for Trump. This is going to matter. This is another reason why the House matters. It could come down to this. 269, 269. But even if you don't, look at how close I had it before. 270 to 268. My goodness, folks, this is razor thin. Last time I showed you a huge blowout to Trump, it could get very, very tight. We're going to keep updating this map. We're going to do it a lot more times. But folks, I told you this before. Focus on our policies. We've got to get those swing voters over the fence. This is going to be a very, very tight election. Bookmark this, save it, share it. This is what matters. This is how you win. You got to get 270. I just showed you how close this could get, how it could end up tied and thrown to the House of Representatives. We need to double down and not allow it to be this close. Well, if you enjoyed this content, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get more.